Good morning. Welcome back to the final week of January Health and Fitness series. Next month, we're starting something new. For the whole month, we're going to talk about intellectual abilities, and a lot more is coming. But over the past few weeks, we explored the power of small steps and the importance of mindset and how habits create momentum. Today, we're pulling it all together with the holistic approach of health, movement, nutrition, and also the most important component of all is mindset. Think about your body and your mind as a team. They work best when they both fueled. And the fuel of the body is not the same fuel of the mind, but that is how they feel nourished and supported. Movements keep your body strong, but it also keeps your mind sharp. And in my brain training courses, I speak a lot about how movement is important for your brain function. Nutrition provides the energy and the tools that your body needs to function, but the mindset is really what ties it all together. It helps you stay consistent and motivated. What I want you to understand today is how movement and nutrition work hand in hand to fuel your body and your mind, and how small shifts in habits can elevate your overall well being. So, how does movement elevate your mind? When you move, your brain benefits as much as your body. And again, in my brain training course, which I start this Tuesday, a brand new 8-week course if you want to join us, I talk about how the more you groove, the more you move. The more you move, the more you groove. The more you move, the more grooves your brain is formed, and those grooves are really what assists in your memory. Your memory is affected by those gyres of your brain. So, exercise increases the oxygen flow to your brain. It boosts those endorphins, those very important neurotransmitters, and improves memory, focus, and creativity. So, when you do regular movement, it helps you regulate emotions and reduce stress. We all know that exercise really helps when you are not so much in the mood and when you are stressed. A lot of people reported to me last week that when they have situations of stress, what they do is take a walk. It actually ties into your mind, and when you take a walk, it clears up your mind. It allows that mindset to be reset. Whether it's a walk in the park, or just the yoga, or really a full workout, you literally strengthening your brain with every step. Now, what's important is really consistency. It's not about working out every day for hours. It's really about moving regularly in a way that you enjoy. The key is to find something sustainable and make this a habit. In a book that I'm finishing up today with my book club, which is called Aging Backwards, there are certain movements you do which allow you to actually eliminate, I want to say eliminate the gym exercise, because the most important parts of your body are those muscles that you're not moving much throughout the day. So there's a series of exercises that you should do, really more stretching. These are called dynamic stretching, that allow you to not only achieve that great health, but also affect your mind and brain. There's also a role of nutrition in your physical and mental fitness. When you fuel your body, it's important as, and I should say as important as workouts, because that is important for your brain power as well. The right nutrients can boost energy, improve your focus, and even reduce fatigue. And fatigue really comes from overeating sugar. And if you read a lot about it, or if you hear anything about sugar, sugar is the worst thing that you can feed your body. I shouldn't say the worst, depending on what kind of sugar you're eating, because sugar, carbohydrates after the gym and after exercises are important to fuel, and our brain is fuels up of sugar. So I should really say, depending on when you eat it, how you eat it, and how much of it you consume. But think of food as the building blocks of everything. It's the building blocks of your muscle, your energy, your hormones, and even your mood. When you eat a lot of sugar, there is this rush of sugar, but then there's a crush. And that crush really brings you down, brings your motivation down, brings your abilities down. Your brain is not able to do much. So avoid those big spikes of energy. What can we swap to eat better? So, for example, the number one thing, you really want to drink water. Hydration is important. Even mild dehydration affects your energy, affects your focus, and affects your memory. So, instead of drinking sugary drinks, swap it for water or even herbal tea. That would help fuel your mind and your body. Eat balanced meals. Focus on the basics: lean protein, whole grains, healthy fats, and plenty of vegetables. Your plate should be very colorful. It should have a lot of different colors from the vegetables. Raw vegetables are obviously better than cooked vegetables. However, you would like to have it as long as you have plenty of it. These provide steady energy throughout the day, again, avoiding those sugar spikes. Because when you don't eat, or rather, when you eat sugary foods, that sugar, that glucose is elevated right away. But when you eat food that is slowly digested, like vegetable, that sugar is just basically slowly incorporated in your body, and you don't have those spikes in elevation and decreasing of sugar. Snacks throughout the day are very important, but instead of chips or candy, really go for nuts and seeds or fruits, which give you a sustainable amount of energy without that crush again. So, as I again mentioned, the brain training that we do, the 8 week training that I teach people about how you keep your memory, because we all know dementia is so much more common than before Alzheimer's. These things you really can prevent. And recent study really shows that it's really not necessarily genetics. It doesn't. If your father or mother had Alzheimer's, doesn't necessarily mean that you will. Maybe you are prone to this, and if you're prone to this, then you probably should take more actions than others, but it doesn't necessarily mean you should have it. And the way you avoid that, or prevent that rather, is by doing the right things nutrition wise, health wise, more exercise, correct food. And the first week of my brain training, I really cover this. I cover the food. There are 10 very important nutrients that you should be eating daily, not sometimes. Avocado is one of them. It has healthy oils, healthy fats. So you want to eat it on daily basis. And nutrition really supports you, supports the movements that you make, because when you eat well, it helps your body recover faster, build strength, and perform better. If you're not fueling properly, it's like driving a car on empty. So create keystones habits for nutrition and movements. And why are habits important? I mentioned that the very first week of January. It's because when you combine small, consistent habits in nutrition and movement, they really reinforce each other. For example, when you eat a balanced breakfast, it might make you more likely to exercise later in the day. And when I say exercise, I don't mean you going to the gym for 2 hours. I even mean just stretching a little bit or going for a walk. There's some habits that you should try to create those keystones. Number one is meal prepping. Meal prepping is very important. Take an hour of each week to plan and prepare your meal. Have a healthy option ready, so then it makes it easier for you to just stick to your goal, because a lot of us are overeating or not eating well because we don't meal prep, and because last minute when you're hungry you just grab whatever it is ready without actually consciously thinking about what it is that you want to fuel yourself with. Number two, movements before or after meals. Try just a 10-minute walk after eating to help the digestion. Again, when you move, not just the brain is grooving, but also your digestion system is working a lot better. So it clears your digestion, it helps in digestion, but it also clears your mind. So now you're doing two benefits at the same time. You're gaining clarity by the walk, you're exercising, you're doing some movements, and you're helping digestion. So it's a great way to combine movement and mindfulness. Number three, pair habits together. That's called habit stacking. When you sip of water while doing a quick stretch, or prep vegetables while listening to a podcast. Like, do two things that fuel your mind and your body, and pairing those habits make them stick together. It's just something that becomes a habit. Whenever you drink water, you also stretch. Something like that. So I know a lot of you will start addressing challenges and barriers and say that we can't stay consistent because ABC, and I'll address those ABCs. Number one, busy schedule. How many of us say, oh, I can't find time to walk. I'm so busy. I'm really busy all day. I have no time to prepare food. I have no time to do the healthy snacks. So for movement, focus on micro habits, little habits. Like really quick walk or just one stretch, one of the very easy stretches, and I'll show it now, that I've learned from the book of Aging Backwards. You're standing. I just don't want to stand because I'm going to lose the camera. And you just stretch to the ceiling, and you really do that very slowly. Slow movements. I'm trying to show you the movement a lot faster, but it really should be a slow movement and a focused movement. So you keep it for a little bit, just for kind of elevate. Now, I cannot help you with designing your own exercises. All I'm saying is what I've read from the book and how you can really incorporate that. But if you are unhealthy, and if you know that you need someone to guide you, really get yourself a coach, get yourself someone who can help you plan that routine and get into that routine. If you can't do it yourself, hire someone who has done this already to help yourself. My trainer, Joe Ocasio, amazing trainer, and he has done a lot of things to help me plan my training routine. So definitely reach out to someone. So quick stretch really doesn't have to be much. For nutrition, keep healthy snacks on hand to avoid unhealthy choices. So in my car, I have a bag of nuts just in case. Right? So if you're hungry, you're not just grabbing that candy that's available, you're eating a little bit of something healthy. The second thing I hear a lot is lack of motivation. You just don't feel like doing it. So tie habits to your bigger why. Like, why do you have to do it? If you're overweight, why do you need to lose the weight? Because it hurts other parts. Your blood pressure is increasing, your diabetes is affecting, and really think about the why. Move your body to reduce stress. That's one of the whys, because when you do those movements, you reduce stress. Or eat well to have the energy to play with your children. Okay? And of course, there are other bigger whys. The one thing I always say is, do you want to stick around for your kid's wedding? If your kids are small and you really know that what you're doing is unhealthy, do you want to stick around? Do you want to change things to allow you to be by your children? And that is through healthy habits. And the third thing is, I hear a lot, all or nothing thinking. A lot of us just say, oh, if I can't do the whole thing, then why should I do it at all? Remember, every small step counts. One healthy meal is better than all 3 meals being unhealthy. 10-minute walk is a win, even though it's just 10 minutes, but it's 10 minutes more than what you've done. So remove that all or nothing thinking. There is no difference if you do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 2 hours. Yes, obviously there are a lot more benefits if you do it for 2 hours, if you do it every day. But if you can't, then any little thing matters. Focus on progress, not perfection. In a world that we are in, we're so focused on perfecting things. Just progress. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how small the step is. Remind yourself that movement and nutrition are forms of self-care, not punishment. So today we really talked about how movement and nutrients work together, and I hope that you understand that. And if you have any questions about my brain training, about certain exercises that I've read from this amazing book, Aging Backwards, I really recommend all of you guys, to look into it. There are a lot of images on how you do those specific stretching exercises, and even if that in that book, the author focused, you don't have to do a lot. There's chair exercise. There is if you sit a lot by the computer, there are certain things that you can do while you're sitting. So when you finish your typing your email and you have a couple minutes, just do that little stretching. There's a lot you can do. Don't limit yourself with that belief of I don't have enough time. I want you to understand the benefit of exercise for your brain health. Your brain is one you get for the rest of your life. So fuel it with the energy and the focus that you need. Simple keystone habits you can start today. Your challenge this week is to create one movement habit and one nutritional habit. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's going for a walk after dinner or just meal prepping for the week. Whatever you want it to be, but keep it simple and consistent. Your body and your mind are your most valuable asset. Take care of them with small intentional habits, and you'll see big changes over time. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress every single day. Thank you so much for joining me for this month of long health and fitness journey. I hope that you're feeling inspired and to continue build this habit that will serve you for the rest of your life. And until next time, keep moving, keep fueling your body and mind, and keep striving the best version of yourself. I will see you again next Monday. We'll continue the series next month. I'm focusing on intellectual month. It's going to be your intellect and different things that you can do to improve that. 6:30 a.m. and the next 4 Mondays will focus on that specific topic. Feel free to reach out to me, message me, any questions you have, anything I can help. If I can connect you with my coach, that would be amazing. He's a great trainer. He can come to your gym if you need to, but really just do anything and everything you can to work out and to eat healthy. Enjoy the week, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.